This devlog series follows me as I build a low-poly survival game in Unity. At the very beginning, we will create a new URP project and set up the basic project settings, such as the project name and location. In the scene, I'm working inside Blender to create some basic low-poly assets for the game. I start with a simple low-poly tree, focusing on clean shapes and a minimal polygon count. The goal here isn't realism, but a clear and stylized look that fits the overall art style of the game. I keep the trunk and the leaves very simple, using flat shading and solid colors. After finishing the tree, I move on to creating a low-poly rock. This asset is even simpler, built quickly using a few basic shapes and slight variations to avoid repetition. Both assets are lightweight, easy to reuse, and perfect for building the game world. Next, I add a terrain to the scene and start shaping it to give the environment more depth. I create a few hills to break up the flat landscape, and then carve a river that runs through the center of the map. This helps define the level layout and makes the world feel more natural and alive. After finishing the basic terrain, the next step is bringing the world to life. I start by writing a simple script that procedurally places trees and rocks across the map, using the low-poly assets I created earlier in Blender. The objects are placed randomly, but with a few basic rules, so the environment still feels natural and readable. This lets me quickly fill large areas without having to manually place every single tree or rock. For now, the script only allows me to control the spawn amount, but this already makes a big difference when shaping the environment. In a future update, I plan to add more control, like spacing and scale variation, to make the system even more flexible. With this system in place, the map instantly feels more alive, and it gives me a solid foundation to build gameplay on top of later. Now we're going to work on the player. First, we'll add a character controller component, and then we'll create a simple script to handle basic player movement. Now that basic movement is working, we can move on to mouse look. In this part, we'll create a simple script that lets the player look around using the mouse. This will handle the camera rotation and give us proper first-person control. With this, the player setup is complete for now, and this is everything we'll be adding in this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to follow the journey of Emberfall.